Hey guys, this is Pam, and I wanted to make this video review to tell you about the awesome bike repair stand I recently discovered. It's the Elite Pro bike stand from Feedback Sports. I'm going to tell you why Bicycle Magazine put it on the top 10 tools you only need to buy once. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about my biking history. I started biking about 30 years ago and started road biking. Of course, back then, road biking was the only option. You didn't have mountain biking. But it started out just recreational, did a little, as I got better, a little competitive cycling, but decided that really wasn't for me and ended up doing more touring and distance riding. A group of us bought some Vetus aluminum bikes, and back then that was quite a good bike, and I enjoyed riding it for years. But then one day, one of our friends who was a motocross racer on the motorcycle came home with the mountain bike and said he'd been biking in the hills behind us and it was great fun, and we're all thinking he's crazy. You want to ride up a hill just so that you can ride down a hill? But guess what? A year later we all had our mountain bikes, and that was the start of a new era. So pretty soon we were out riding places like Moab and out in South Dakota in the Black Hills and out Gooseberry Mesa up in out of St. George. If any of you have ridden Slick Rock, it's great fun. You get to follow the dots just like we did as kindergarten, following the dots to make pictures, but this time we're riding our bikes. And if you ever ridden Slick Rock, you know if you fall, it can be pretty hard on your bike, and you need to be able to fix your bike and take care of it while you're out having your great fun. This is rim rock riding. And of course you want to be careful when you're riding there. You want your bike to be working well, your brakes and everything. You can see the trail here, but it actually goes around the corner, and this is some of the trail up here and out around there. So obviously you don't want to miss a turn. And you can see here, this is my mountain bike that I bought. It's a titanium. It's a hardtail. I still have it. I still ride it. And I love it. It's so lightweight and responsive. For quite a few years I did only mountain biking. I hung up my road bike and was out in the hills avoiding the traffic and all that stuff. But about 3 years ago I decided to bring it back out my road bike and start adding road biking back into my recreational activities again. But guess what? Took my Vetus out and found out that it was a little old compared to current technology. My gearing, I couldn't have the same good gearing that others had for climbing hills. I really envied those with the handlebar shifters that you didn't have to reach down to the down tube to shift, so you could shift on the climb without having to sit down. So I went and invested in a new bike. As you can see here, this new bike was a Cannondale. Beautiful bike, nice and clean. Had some good riding on it, but realized, I need to do a better job at maintaining my bike, keeping it clean, lubing, adjusting, all the stuff that I can do. Some of the more difficult stuff I still need to take to shop. I decided it was time to get myself a good bike stand, because I did most of my repair leaning the bike against a tree and hosing it down and cleaning it or turning it upside down. And a lot of that just wasn't the best way to take care of the bike, especially since it was hard to get to some areas. So I decided to go shopping. And this is what I found: the Feedback Sports bike stands. As you can see, this is a bright red. It's anodized aluminum. It's rust proof. It folds up into a very nice stand here. Easy to store in the corner or in the back of your trunk or in your SUV or wherever you're going. It's got a nice clamp here with a 360 rotation. Easy to adjust the stand up or down depending on your height that you need. It's got the tripod base, which makes it very stable on even or rough ground. And the quick release on the base also makes it very easy to fold up and store. This is the clamp, and it ratchets in. Easy to get a secure clamp on the bike frame, but also has a quick release. And as I mentioned, it's got 360 rotation, which you don't have to take the bike out of the clamp when you're rotating it to get the positions that you need. And the brackets here, quick release, easy to manipulate and change the size and fold up your stand without having to use tools or anything. The features, as I mentioned, it's got the patented quick release clamp, The clutch, the 360-degree rotation, very portable with the quick release clamp here, and maximum stability with the tripod stand. Some other features, just details here. It's got a 2.6-inch clamp opening so it can hold most any frame. The height is 42 inches to 71 inches that you can adjust up and down to get it the height that works best for you. It carries up to 85 pounds, weighs 2.6 pounds itself. It's got a 3-year limited warranty. And it is also eligible for the free Super Saver shipping. On reviews on this stand, out of 9 reviews, 8 of them were 5-star and only 1 of them was a 4-star. See Matthew here, he says he's happy he bought it. This stand has been a terrific addition to his garage. It's well made, the locking mechanisms were spot on out of the box. Rudy calls it his third hand, a super addition to become efficient at working on his bike. B. Cyril says this will be his last bike stand as he expects it to last his lifetime since it is such a high quality piece of equipment. It is easy to use, intuitive to set up, and easy to store. He had a problem with his bike that he was having a hard time finding the source, but once he got up on the stand and could put the bike through the paces, he found the problem, got the equipment to repair it, and took care of it himself. Seems he's had some bad experiences with repair shops since he says knowing it was done right with nothing left loose and nothing missing was a positive for the stand. Glad to Ride calls it a fantastic tool, and Patrice says it's exactly what he needed. Portable, flexible, and holds a great deal of weight. That's the reason Bicycle Magazine put it on the top 10 tools that you need to buy only once. A final reviewer says, don't waste your time with any other stands. This work stand is by far worth every penny. So if you're looking for a fantastic bike stand, I highly recommend you click on the link below, read all the information, and make your purchase. You can also find other versions of the Feedback Sports bike stands on that site, such as the sports version, ultralight, or recreational, whichever fits your needs best. So click on the link below, check it out, and have some great biking.